Once, in a very small and quiet village, there lived a young boy named Kabir. Life had never been kind to him. Kabir was born into poverty, and from a very early age, he learned what it meant to live with almost nothing. Most days, his pockets were completely empty. His shoes were old, worn out, and full of holes. His school bag was torn and patched many times, barely strong enough to carry his books. Some nights, Kabir went to bed hungry, listening to his stomach growl in the darkness. Yet, despite all this hardship, there was something inside Kabir that no one around him could see. Something stronger than hunger. Stronger than poverty, it was his dream. Kabir dreamed of doing something meaningful with his life. He dreamed of breaking free from the life he was born into and changing the future of his family. Not just surviving one day at a time, but truly living. Even though the world around him was small and limiting, Kabir's thoughts were not. Deep inside his heart, he believed that his present situation did not define his future. Kabir often spoke about his dreams with quiet hope. He didn't speak loudly or with pride. He spoke because he believed. But every time his words left his mouth, they were met with laughter. People in the village shook their heads in disbelief. Some laughed openly. Others spoke in voices filled with doubt. "How can a boy with empty pockets dream of big things?" they said. "You should think about earning bread for tomorrow, not chasing impossible ideas." Their words cut deeper than hunger. They made Kabir feel small, embarrassed, and alone. At times, he wondered if they were right. If his dreams were too big for someone like him? If poverty had already decided his future, but deep inside Kabir's heart, something refused to disappear. A quiet voice reminded him that his life could be more than this. That the place he was born in did not have to be the place where his story ended. Even when others saw only his empty hands, Kabir saw possibility. One evening, as the sun slowly disappeared behind the trees, Kabir sat alone by the river. The water moved gently, but his thoughts were heavy. The laughter of the village echoed in his mind. Every careless smile felt louder in the silence of the evening. That was when a calm voice broke the silence. "Why do you look so troubled, my child?" Kabir looked up and saw an elderly man standing nearby. His face was peaceful, his eyes full of wisdom. The villagers knew him as Guruji, a teacher respected for his guidance. Kabir hesitated, then spoke honestly. "Everyone says, I can't become anything great because I'm poor," he said. "They say my dreams are too big for someone who has nothing." Guruji listened quietly. Then he reached into his bag and handed Kabir a small mirror. "Look into this mirror," said Kabir. Stared at his reflection. "What do you see?" Guruji asked. "I see myself," Kabir replied. "Look closer," the teacher said softly. "Yes," Guruji continued. "You see pain in your eyes. Pain from struggle, from being doubted. Now look deeper," he said. "Do not look only with your eyes. Look with your heart." Kabir stared again. This time, behind the sadness, he noticed something burning quietly. That Guruji smiled is the fire of belief. "Most people feel this fire once in their lives," Guruji said, "but they ignore it. They let fear and other people's opinions put it out. If you protect this fire and feed it with courage and discipline, it will light your path even in the darkest nights." He pointed to the mirror. "People will try to cover your mirror with dust," he said. "They will make you forget who you are, but you must clean it every day, not with words, but with actions. Never forget what you are capable of becoming." Kabir held the mirror tightly. For the first time, his fear felt smaller, and his belief felt stronger. From that day on, something inside Kabir changed. He stopped waiting for the world to believe in him. Instead, he chose to believe in himself. He read every book he could find, even old and damaged ones. He practiced writing whenever he could. Every mistake became a lesson, not a reason to quit. At school, he no longer studied just to pass exams. He studied to grow, to prepare for a future he could not yet see, but deeply believed in. Each day was difficult. Doubts still visited him. But Kabir remembered the mirror. He remembered that change begins quietly. Long before results appear, life did not become easier. His mother grew weaker, and often needed medicine they could barely afford. His father worked long days in the fields and still came home with empty hands. Kabir knew he had to take responsibility. Every morning he went to school. In the evenings, he worked at a small tea shop, washing glasses and serving customers. On weekends, he helped a local mechanic to learn practical skills. Every night, while the village slept, Kabir studied under a dim light. He sacrificed sleep, comfort, sometimes even food, but he never sacrificed his belief. Years passed with the skills he learned and the little money he saved. Kabir took a brave step. He started a tiny mobile phone repair service in a quiet corner of the village. At first, customers were rare, but Kabir stayed patient. He treated every customer with honesty and respect. Slowly, one customer became two. Two became many. He saved every coin and reinvested it. The small repair corner became a tiny electronics shop, then another. Eventually, Kabir launched his own brand of mobile accessories. The same people who once laughed now waited for a chance to work with him. His mother received regular treatment. His father no longer worked in the fields. One day, Guruji visited him again. The teacher smiled and said, "The world teaches poor boys to think small, but those who dare to think big rewrite their destiny." Kabir was living proof that dreams are not measured by the money in your pocket, but by the vision you protect in your heart.